For 6 generations, the Jones family has been at the forefront of wildlife conservation, shaping the landscape of South Texas. The 2024 Sportsman Conservationist of the Year award goes to the men at the heart of this legacy. Visionary A.C. Dick Jones IV and his devoted son, William Whitby Jones III.
We were all taught conservationists from my father on down, and it's just part of what we've always been, is very conservationist minded. We work on conservation in numerous aspects, whether it be wildlife conservation, family conservation, business conservation. It's always something Dad instilled in us.
Dick Jones's journey began hand in hand with his father, William Whitby Jones II, learning the ropes of ranching while being taught the importance of integrity, both as a family man and as a steward of the family's historic land. He attended high school at Texas Military Institute, followed by college at Texas A&I and SMU, before steering toward his true calling and diving headfirst into the family business at just 21 years old.
And I came back to do what I've always wanted to do, not what I always knew I was going to be doing, is being in the cattle business. And I never could get enough cattle. I love cattle.
Dick's vision and ability to adapt to the challenges of the changing world propelled the ranch's development and diversification into modern ranching, maintaining one of the largest private ranches in Texas. And just as Dick shadowed his father, Whit, his own son, continues in his footsteps.
I started following Dad around at a young age, and he'd drag me everywhere with him, and he'd basically teach me how to stay out of harm's way and how to keep up. I spent just about every summer working here, and started basically, if you would, like any company, from at the bottom, and worked my way up. It's the only job I've ever had. I've never worked anywhere else. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Soon, Whit would trade in the hands-on day-to-day work to learn more about the business side of ranching.
He started teaching me about trading cattle, how to negotiate grazing leases and hunting leases, and most importantly, taught me how to deal with family, which is one of probably the most complex aspects of our business, and one of the more difficult sides that requires extreme patience and understanding and flexibility.
Dick and his wife, Ann, have 3 children, daughters Camille and Christina, and son William Whitby III, with whom he shares this distinguished honor. Dick and Ann also have 7 grandchildren. Camille's son, Stavros Tassos, age 14, Christina and her husband, Michael Sasser, also from a South Texas ranching family, have 3 children, June, age 7, Tate, age 5, and the youngest grandchild, Jacob, age 2. Whit and his wife, Sarah, have 2 boys who carry on the family names: A.C. Cinco Jones V, age 16, William Whitby Billy Jones IV, age 13, and also a daughter, Cece Jones, age 11. All Jones children were raised with a love for the outdoors and an appreciation for their family's legacy.
I love living in Texas, especially South Texas, because there's so much great habitat. There's more outdoor activity than you can find anywhere else. As far as the ranch goes, it's always been an adventure and a learning experience for us, whether it's understanding the fish in the ocean, or whether it was understanding all the birds that were around us, or the grass that's growing on the ground. We were always intrigued by it. It was a part of our lives that we had to understand and had to learn in order to continue ranching. Conservation is only a practice of healthy ranch management. I would say that my role as a parent has influenced me for one, to work harder,
But for two, it certainly makes you think about the future and your children and their futures. And it makes you consider the decisions you make in work, and without a question, a major factor of why we do what we do and continue to do it.
Longtime friend and business partner Jesse Howell says it is this commitment to persevere and loyalty to the land that sets the Joneses apart.
You know, they're not selfish. If something worked for them, they don't mind sharing it. I think they've helped a lot of South Texas. Their method of gathering their cattle, I can remember when they gathered them all on horseback. Then they had trap gates. Then they went to helicopter. Today they're feeding range cubes with a siren, gathering them into traps. You know, I've witnessed this over the past 30 plus years, and I take my hat off to how they have accomplished it.
This honorable reputation and positive influence on the South Texas community has led to the involvement and directorships in many organizations. Currently, Dick serves as a director for the Texas and Southwestern Cattle Raisers Association and is an active member of the Gulf Coast Conservation Association. Both he and Witt have also worked closely with the Texas Wildlife Association.
The Texas Wildlife Association, TWA, which is a great organization. Dad served on the board, and then I served on the board. I think one thing that they do best is educating children about wildlife conservation. Another thing I think that they've accomplished that has paid more dividends than anything else in the conservation world is the efforts and the force they were in passing the wildlife valuations. Dad was right there in the middle of it when they were working on this. TWA passed wildlife valuations for Texas landowners somewhere around 1995. And this continues to be a tremendous resource for Texans to help conserve their properties.
As a descendant of the legendary W.W. Jones, who acquired the entire 300,000-acre ranch from 1895 to 1930 in more than 100 different transactions, Witt's passion for landowner initiatives is natural. When friend and mentor Burton Lawrence asked him to take over as chairman of South Texas Property Rights Association, he graciously accepted.
My role as chairman, I would say that the most powerful accomplishment, I would say, is just holding up the mission statement, which is to educate landowners and to look out for landowners' rights to enjoy, prosper, and make a living off of their properties.
Dick's most enduring commitment to an organization is to the Caesar Kleberg Wildlife Research Institute, where he now holds an emeritus position after serving 35 years on the advisory board, a position appointed to him by none other than Harvey Weil.
I've known Harvey pretty much all my life. He appointed me to the Caesar Kleberg Wildlife Board back 35 plus years ago. And it's just been a real honor for me. It's been a neat organization to belong to. You know, we'll meet several times a year, and we have our different research scientists that come in and give us their reports on what different research they're working on, whether it's from grasslands to different animals, listening to their programs when they come in, and helps you do a better job on your own country, on managing your own wildlife and managing your own habitat.
Yeah, I first met Dick Jones in 1996 when I moved to the Institute. I think most people in this big tent would probably not serve on a board more than 5 years, but Dick has served 34 years on this board. He went emeritus in 2000. And then Whit Jones, his son Whit, who I knew as a teenager, joined our board in 2022. And so we're very happy to and very blessed to have the Jones family associated with the Institute. They've created their own endowment to support wildlife research. But in addition to that, They've hosted wildlife research projects on their ranch. There's the interaction between livestock and wildlife is very important. That's one of the things we focused on with some of the work we did on Dick's Ranch, or the Jones Ranch, I would say, is how do we modify livestock management practices that benefits wildlife? And I think that contribution will live beyond all of us.
Together, the Jones family has fostered diverse wildlife communities, nurtured endangered species, and sustained vital ecosystems. Their focus on native species, particularly bobwhite quail, embodies the Joneses' exceptional ability to harmonize commercial cattle production with wildlife management.
We try to leave the land as in natural a state as possible. We do very land clearing or land spraying, and we like to keep it just in this natural state.
90% of our family's properties are all native grasses, and we recognize the value in them, and so we work hard at protecting them. If you protect your habitat and take care of the habitat, it reflects towards wildlife, whether it's bobwhite quail or grassland birds, whatever it is, all comes back to habitat management. The wildlife flourishes when the habitat's well taken care of.
The Jones family ranches include acreage in what are now Jim Hogg, Brooks, Starr, and Hidalgo counties in South Texas. The beauty of the carefully managed land attracts visitors worldwide.
Every winter we get blessed with people coming to visit and enjoy bird hunting and deer hunting and bird watching and just getting to get out and outdoors. And they come from all over the United States and often all over the world.
The Joneses ranches stand out as a testament to the rich heritage of Texas cattle ranching, seamlessly blending traditional with modernization. A union meticulously crafted by the Jones family now and for generations to come.
There are new age landowners that have the same goals, I guess, but when you have it entrenched for 6 generations in you to steward the land in a way that takes care of wildlife and livestock, it's the best.
There's no question there was tons of work from many family members to get us to where we are now, and it wasn't easy work. It was always a challenge, but we've, as a family, worked tirelessly to continue that tradition and this life.
Labor always wins, and your best impression on a ranch is your footprint.
In recognition of their unwavering dedication, the Rotary Club of Corpus Christi honors the A.C. Jones family as the 2024 Harvey Weil Sportsman Conservationist of the Year.